Look at this query token on the left. It wants to answer after reading a wall of 1 million previous tokens.
1,000,000 sounds impressive, but why is that hard if the model can simply store the prompt?
Because every next token has to use the past. Ordinary attention makes the compute and the KV cache grow into the central bottleneck.
So the paper is not just saying, make the context window longer.
Exactly. DeepSeek-V4 says long context is a memory design problem. The paper keeps the familiar transformer skeleton, but changes the expensive parts around long context. The attention lane becomes hybrid CSA and HCA. The feed-forward lane stays mixture of experts. The residual path is strengthened with MHC. Multi-token prediction remains from DeepSeek-V4.
So the block is not one new trick, it is several pressure valves around the same bottleneck.
Right. The key is that old context, expert compute, and residual traffic all have to stay stable when the sequence gets huge. First, CSA, compressed sparse attention. Imagine 4 old token states compressed into one memory block. Then, a small lightning indexer scores those compressed blocks. The query keeps only the top K blocks for core attention.
That means the model still searches the past, but it searches a shorter list and only opens the relevant drawers.
Yes, and the newest tokens stay uncompressed in a sliding window because local detail is often too important to summarize away. HCA is the other lane, heavily compressed attention. Instead of 4 tokens per block, the paper uses much heavier compression, with M prime much larger than M.
So HCA is less detailed than CSA, but it gives the model a cheap global memory.
That is the trade. CSA is selective detail. HCA is coarse background context. Together, they make 1 million tokens less absurd. Now, the headline efficiency numbers make sense. At 1 million tokens, DeepSeek-V4 Pro reports 27% of the single-token inference flops of DeepSeek-V3.2. It also reports 10% of the KV cache. DeepSeek-V4 Flash pushes that further, 10% of the flops and 7% of the KV cache.
Those are not magic benchmark numbers. They come from changing what is stored and what is attended to.
Exactly. Compression changes memory size. Sparse selection changes how much old memory each query reads. The paper spends many pages on infrastructure because the architecture would otherwise be only a diagram. Expert parallel work is split into waves, so communication can hide under computation. The KV cache is split into compressed, long-lived blocks and a short-lived state cache.
And on-disk prefix reuse means repeated long prompts do not need the same expensive prefill every time.
Yes, the model design and the serving memory layout are tied together. There is also a stability stack. Muon changes the geometry of matrix updates. MHC changes residual mixing. Anticipatory routing reduces routing feedback during spikes. SWI glue clamping suppresses extreme values.
That sounds like the authors discovered that a trillion parameter MOE does not merely scale smoothly.
They say that openly. The design is powerful but complex. Post-training then combines specialist teachers through full vocabulary on-policy distillation, giving non-think, high, and max reasoning modes. Here is the mental model I would keep from this paper. Million-token intelligence is not just a larger prompt box. It is compressed long-range memory, exact local detail, sparse retrieval, stable optimization, and systems discipline.
And the caveat?
Many evaluations are internal, and the authors themselves say the architecture needs future simplification. But the core idea is clear. Long context becomes practical when memory is engineered at every layer. Look at figures 3 and 4 as 2 memory lanes.
CSA and HCA are not two names for the same trick.
Exactly. CSA is the selective detail lane. HCA is the cheap global background lane.
And both still keep the recent tokens exact.
Yes, that sliding window is the local memory that stops compression from blurring what just happened. Start with CSA on the left. The paper first groups every MLA tokens and compresses them into one KV entry.
So the row gets shorter before any sparse selection happens.
Right. The simple mental model is M tokens become one compressed memory block. The paper uses two overlapping streams for the compressor, but the important effect here is length shrinkage.
The model has fewer old blocks to search.
And the board now has the object that the next step can select from. Now, the query token asks a small lightning indexer which compressed blocks matter.
That indexer is not the main attention yet.
Correct. It is a cheap scorer. It turns compressed indexer keys and the query into index scores. Then, top K keeps only a few compressed blocks for the main shared KV attention.
So CSA still has detail, but it refuses to read every block.
Exactly. The selected compressed memory is concatenated with the exact sliding window, then sent to shared KV multi-query attention. Now compare HCA on the right. It uses a much larger group, M', where M' is much bigger than M.
So it is more aggressive than CSA.
Yes, many old tokens collapse into one heavily compressed KV entry.
But I do not see a lightning indexer or top K selector here.
That is the point. HCA reads the compressed background densely because there are far fewer blocks. It also adds the same exact sliding window for recent local detail.
Before the takeaway, compare this with old MLA. Old MLA compresses each token's KV state into a latent cache entry.
Right. That is a width reduction. It makes each cache token cheaper, but the query still has a long row of old positions to consider.
So for very long context, the remaining pain is the number of positions.
Exactly. CSA and HCA attack that second axis. They compress along the sequence, and CSA also selects only top K old compressed blocks.
Let me say the trade-off back. CSA keeps a medium compression rate, then selects a small number of useful old blocks.
Good. It is the selective detail lane.
HCA compresses much harder, then gives the model a cheap global background.
And both lanes keep exact recent tokens through the sliding window. That is why the hybrid can stretch toward million token context. It does not make attention magically free. It changes what memory has to stay exact, what can be compressed, and what should be selected.